Hello everyone, now we're gonna see how to build a simple UI using the latest UI toolkit released by Unity. Uh, this is an advanced UI tool system built by Unity, and it was released in 2019 as UIElements. Now it has been renamed as UI Toolkit. And this is very advanced UI system which has been released by Unity, and this uses the concept of XML and CSS, so that it's try to decouple the UI designing stuffs out of the game logic, so we can separately design the UI without knowing the game logics. And this is the way the separate design team can work without knowing the without having too much interaction with the the game, I mean the scene developers. So this is performance wise very optimistic, and Unity claims that this is going to be the default UI rendering system in the future. So let's explore how it works, and this is still in preview stage. And yeah, let's build a simple login page using the latest UI toolkit. Let's jump right in. So this is my basic Unity scene, and I am using 2029 beta version, but this UI element system, I mean this UI toolkit works from 2019.1, I mean latest stable version. You can check it out. And in order to build the UI system, we first need the UI builder. So for that, you can click window, go to the package manager, and so you can type the UI builder here. If you found the UI builder is listed from your Unity package manager, you can click it and download and install it. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get it in the list, package manager list, so I just found one workaround to download the UI builder. For that, you need to have this magic string that I'm going to put it in my description below. So copy this and go to your project folder and packages folder. Now open the manifest.json file and put comma here. Don't forget to put comma here, and add the string. And mine is just 11.2. You can put the latest version at the time of your installation, but this should work fine if you want to follow this tutorial. So this is still a preview version, so I'm gonna I pasted it. I'm going to save this and close it. So Unity found it, the manifest.json updated, so it's downloading the package. Now it is installing the UI builder. Excuse me. Takes a little while. There you go, it got installed. Once it's installed, you can go to the window and go to the last option, that UI toolkit, and click the UI builder. So there you go. This is the UI builder inspector, and I'm going to put it here. Okay, so I've created a new layout for this UI builder called UI builder layout. So now this looks much better. you can create layout the way you want it. And this is the main design page, and canvas. And here you can see the XML hierarchy window, and this is style sheet window. Normally it's called CSS. Here in Unity it's called USS, and the XML file is called UXML, and this is where you add the XML element. And Unity comes with default elements, UI elements. I think this would be fair enough to build some decent UI. So let's just go and create our new page. So I'm going to create a new folder here. I would say UI system, and I'm going to create a new UI page. So for that, I'm just going to click create and go to UIToolkit. I'm going to create a new UI document. Sorry, I think there's a better way around it rather than doing this. So you can go to create and select UIToolkit, click editor window. So this will create, because in order to create the new UI, you need 3 files. One for adding the UI elements, you need the UXML, and for changing the style of the UI elements, you need the USS. And in order to map the UI elements with the C# event system, you need the C# script as well. So it's better to create with this window, so that it will create all the files in same name. So I'm gonna type login. So it will create one login.uxml, one login.uss, and one login.cs file. So click confirm. So there you go, it's created now. So I'm gonna open this one in the editor. So this is the USS. I don't want the USS. Let me open the UXML. There you go, it got open now. So let's say we are going to create a page for the mobile device. I'm just going to keep the resolution, mobile resolution, as 1080p portrait. And so this is the UXML hierarchy window. I'm going to click the parent parent node here. And see, it comes with the default width and height. I'm going to change into the resolution which matches with our output resolution, at least for this tutorial sake. So for the width is 1080, and the height is 1920. There you go. The canvas is created now with a 1080p portrait mode. So now you can go on add the sub elements, and this, if you want, you can also add the cheat sheet here. If you already have the design which is done in Photoshop and you got the PNG files for the mockup, then you can just simply drag and drop that PNG file, and then you can just reduce the opacity here. Now we're just gonna build the simple login page. So I'm going to delete this default label which comes with that, and I'm going to add the basic element which is called visual element, which is just actually a container for all the sub elements. and this has a lot of properties. You can just go and play with it, and let's just keep this short and quick. Don't want to dig deep into it at this moment, and I'm just gonna name it as spacer. So we're just gonna use this element for this, just to create some space. So I'm just gonna name it as spacer. Or okay, let's create, before that we will just keep one top element, top visual element, that is called main. Underneath we will add all the other items. So I'm going to keep this as, so I'm going to add everything underneath this main element, main visual element, and I'm also drag this down to match with the canvas. So we're going to add all the other controls inside this main visual element. So I'm going to add one more visual element that is going to be called as spacer. So this is going to be used for space, adding space between the elements, spacer. Okay, you can also see the default the element would like child element direction can be changed here. Display, no, there you go. You can change the flex direction could be column wise. So it will be added one below one below another UI element. And if I add okay, we want to add one text field here, so I'm gonna drag and drop this text field underneath this main. There you go, the text field is added. But if you don't have this spacer, okay, first let me increase the size of this text element, sorry, text field. For that I'm just going to increase the font size. Let me keep it as 60. This would be good, I guess. And I am going to name this as username. Oh yeah, username TF. So once you type the name of the text, change the name of the text field here, it got changed here as well. So this is the tag name of the element, so you should be careful, because this is the way we're going to map it with the C# event system. So you need to double check sometimes, because it's a beta version, sometimes it doesn't work. Even if you change the name in the text field, it won't get changed in the UXML. So you have to be careful, and you have to keep in mind to save the UXML whenever you change the name here. So got changed. Now I have to change the label and the filler text here. So label, I'm gonna say it as username, and the filler text is gonna be visible to the user what to type on this text box or text field, whatever. So I'm gonna say it type username here, and the filler text should be nothing for now, should be empty. And so I'm gonna add some more space, not this much, a little bit would be fine. Here you go, just added one more spacer here, and I'm gonna copy this username text field, and I'm gonna copy and paste it below the spacer, and I'm gonna change this name as password text field, excuse me, and change the label as password, and the mask character with star. I'm gonna say pass, and you have to check this password checkbox so that it will be masked with the special character. Then do remember to save this XML. Okay, so now the username and password text field is created, and I'm gonna add one more spacer below this password, increase the size a little bit, and I'm gonna add one button. Just drag and drop the button element from the list to underneath the main element tag, and I'm gonna increase the text size here 60. Let me keep it uniformly to all the elements, so this could be 60, and I'm gonna increase the left and right and margin like 200. No, 300 would be good, I guess. 300 and 300, and I'm gonna say the button text as sign in. Gonna name the button as sign in button. So there you go, the basic login page is created. Let's change the color of the background. You can also add images. I mean, like if you want to add a logo on top of this on top of this canvas, I mean, like you can also add an image just by adding the visual element, simple visual element. Okay, we will see that one on next tutorial. I wanted to keep it as short as possible. So let's change the background color of this main element. Let's keep it light purple. Okay, so you can also change the color of this text as well, and so that's beyond this tutorial. We will do it all those things later. We can do some funky things on our future tutorials. So you can also just click preview and see how it will work while you run the while you run the UI. So this is just a preview option. Now you can see the button's color is a little bit changing. You can also just do some typing and see. Okay, okay. I think here the value and text are used for same purpose, so better not to give any value in text before user type. So I'm going to keep it empty, both of them. So we have made the login page successfully, and when you click the preview, you're also able to interact with this UI elements and text field and the buttons. But you have to map all this in the C# script, and you also need to render this UXML in the panel renderer, so that you will be able to put this UI in front of the Unity scene. For that we have to do some more steps. We will check how to do that in our next tutorial. So thank you so much.